guys and girls, so today we're gonna just go over a known issue with Ford Flex and other Ford vehicles with side view mirrors and gunk and debris gathering and building up. I think it's also part of the process of you know, aluminum and steel interacting, and it just causes a whole bunch of crap, and it will actually cause your mirrors to fail, which I'll show you on the driver's side. But what I should have done is showed you the process from the whole beginning on the driver's side. But there's a little access cover under here, and you want to take that off, and you can see already, look at all this stuff, and it's wet. It is wet, wet, wet. Look at all that junk under there. So we're just going to start kind of prying her out. And actually, this side's not nearly as bad as the driver's side, but it is wet. Yeah, this side's not nearly as bad for whatever reason. But you can see all that stuff that's built up. We're going to take a little bit of air. So you can see just how much junk came out of there, and it is all wet. Yeah, it's terrible. Let's pull. Look at all this, all over the driveway. So it's a good idea to get in there every once in a while, clean that out. I've been fairly diligent with doing that, but as you can see, the driver's side is now not totally broken, but it's pretty much there. So we're going to show you how to easily fix this without having to replace the whole side view mirror, which can get quite expensive. So we'll see. Hey guys and girls, so first of all, excuse the road noise. We may as well be living on a highway, but today we're going to show you how to fix this without having to replace it. You can see that the clip that's in there has just rotted away, or whatever's happened. So what we've done is we've taken the blowgun, we've sprayed out everything that we can. We've gone in there with some nice degreaser cleaner. We've cleaned that out, followed it up with isopropyl alcohol, that's a 90%. And now what we've done is we've mixed up a batch of epoxy. This happens to be PC7. I really like it. It bonds to everything, and when it's mixed up and mixed properly, it makes like a nice gray, almost black color. So it's going to blend in there nice. Basically, we're just going to epoxy this thing down. I don't need mirrors to fold. I'd prefer that they don't, to be honest. I've never had to fold the mirrors, and even if I needed that functionality, it's a small price to pay to not have to go out and buy a side view mirror that's heated, that has the light in it. It's a nightmare. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to add epoxy into every little spot that we can. We're going to clamp her down, we're going to let her set up, and that's it. If we get a little bit of epoxy on someplace that we don't want it, we'll come back after and we'll remove it. I'm loading it up a little bit heavier on this end because for whatever reason, and I think it has to do with how the clamp and the post is in here. It's contacting more on this end than it is back here. So we're just going to load it up more on the one end. I'm going to throw a little bit back here. You want to kind of leave it in almost like a little bit of a mound so that it contacts that, then smooths itself out. I think that's going to work just fine. So we'll pull this off the tripod. So you can see we've got it up on that lip of that rubber in there. We've got it pushed into the back. And we've got a little bit right down in there. So now that we've got this pushed in here, excuse the camera work. Take just a standard clamp. Quick grip clamp, whatever you want to call them. You're just going to push everything together, and then we're going to use this to hold it in place. Give it a little bit of a wiggle so that you know that everything's seated in there. I'm grabbing another clamp anyways. We're going to throw it on this end here. Make sure that you're catching the actual mirror. And then what we're going to do is just try to smooth out that front piece before it sets up too much. And if it's going to be too much of a pain, we're not going to do it. Take a little bit of saliva, or if you've got some dish soap. And all we're doing is just smoothing out what we've got. We might even, sorry if my head's in the way, might even follow that up with a Q-tip or something like that. So it's really that simple. We're going to let the epoxy do all the work. Like I said, this epoxy bonds to everything: glass, rubber, plastic, metal, wood, everything. Just follow the instructions on how to actually use the product, and you can just barely see it in there, and you can just barely see it coming out on this side here. And what we'll do is we'll just probably actually take that clamp off, and we'll smooth that out first, and then we'll clamp it back up. I didn't notice that actually. So you can see it's grabbing pretty good, and we're just going to leave it, let it set up. So if you like the video, think about giving me thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, thumbs down, and tell me why down in the comments. Give some constructive criticism. Think about hitting subscribe. We're adding stuff like this all the time. It could be car maintenance, yard maintenance, you know, stuff around the house. Could be anything, but think about hitting subscribe. And remember, you never know unless you bear. We'll see you on the next video.